Hey everyone, it's Donna Apperson. I am here to encourage you today I want to talk about teens and social media. This is a big deal, and I'm going to give you a little background first, and then I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to help you manage it. So, we know that research shows that kids are spending about 9 hours a day on technology. Yes, that's to me just astounding. So, we know that kids are on Instagram and Snapchat. You don't really see them on Facebook too much. They're very trusting, so they want to give away every detail of their life. We know this is not a good thing because it can lure stalkers and also provide opportunities for bullies. So the bottom line is we want to make sure they're not expending an excessive amount of time online because technically they're getting their value from that. They're searching their self-esteem, they're trying to figure out who they are, and they're looking at social media to help give them this. And these days, so researchers are saying that teens can become hooked on social media. And because of that, they're less likely to regulate emotion, manage impulses, and make good decisions. And then ultimately, that's going to affect them, their relationships with us, with their family, with their friends, with future relationships, and even when they get into the workplace in the future. So we don't want to do that. So as parents, we don't want to turn a blind eye to what our kids are doing. So we have to stay involved. So 3 tips I'm going to give you to keep them safe. Set limits on what they can view. So what does that mean? Often, because kids are spending so much time online, they're getting lied to. So it's our job to keep them informed and keep them of the truth. So how about music videos and things that they're seeing online? They're talking about sex in the lyrics. I don't always listen to them, but I'm trying to be more mindful of that. Actually, on the Teen Choice Award, Teen Choice Awards they just had this past week, we were watching it, and Anna happened to point out to me. She said, "Mom, do you know what the song's about?" And I'm like, "No, I've never heard it before." Well, she told me it was about sex. So she had to point that out to me. So we have to keep on them about what they're doing and what they're in being involved in. So we need to make sure we set limits on that. We want to ultimately show them as we get them to put down their phone. We need to use that opportunity to show them what it's like to engage in relationships with one another and the opposite sex. We want them to know that we're to serve one another. And it is our responsibility to discipline them and say no and set limits. And it's okay to say no. You don't have to feel bad. Don't let them manipulate you and press you into saying yes. Make sure you, number 2, set limits on how long they can view things. These days, it's just unbelievable how much time they're spending on their phone. We've all been out to dinner and seen that family that's on the cell phone. At home, I've been trying to tell Anna, and I probably haven't been consistent about it, but I don't want her on any type of iPad or phone while she's eating dinner. She'll try and convince me I have to study, I have to do this, but I'm trying to stick to my guns, and yes, it's hard. So, but let's make sure we're doing that, because that's really going to help them. And then use that opportunity to dialogue with them. Like I said, when you're taking something away and setting limits, replace it with something that they can engage in and learn from. We want to be an example to them of the behavior we want, so make sure you're not on your cell phone while you're at the dinner table. And the third thing is remind them of their identity in Christ. So ultimately, self-denial, not self-esteem, is actually the solution to insecurity as we find out what our value in Christ is. So I've been just this past week texting both my daughters during the week, and this just telling them that I love them, but also reminding them of their identity in Christ, whether it's just a little text about saying you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Anna has a little sign in her room that says that. I'll tell them that you're loved, you're valued, you're not alone. So I always am trying to, more so lately, remind them of who they are. So I hope this has helped you. So tune in tomorrow when I talk about something different about teens. So I appreciate you joining me and taking your time. And if you know of someone that can help, make sure you share this. And I just want to let you know you're destined for greatness. Have a great day.